do? They bust the springs? Oh.
Dead man! Dead man walking! We got a dead man walking here!
Jesus, please, what is he yelling about?
Dead man! Dead man walking! Dead man! Dead man walking! Dead man walking here! Dead man! We got a dead man walking here! Dead man walking! We got a dead man walking here!
Percy, it's enough. I'm not gonna have any trouble with you, big boy. Can you talk?
Have you got any last requests? Yes. Yes, I do. Hello, my kittens. It's nice to see you for one awesome time. Today we're going to be painting with oils. I have my oils out. I'll have the editor flash the colors that I'm using. And we'll just get right into painting. We're going to paint the happiest little cat you've ever seen. I'm painting on a dry surface. And we're just going to outline this cat. I think he's got bite marks in his face for some reason. But that doesn't bother this cat for no reason. And it's also a little bit like Picasso style. So I'm going to put the edge of the eyeball here. And like that. And it's going to come in, and this is where the cat's nose is. And it continues on. And it goes down. Now this is like the cat's neck here. I guess it'll come down. We have to make a pivotal point. Make a decision. And I think it's important to paint a cat that would make you happy. So I think it has a little bit of a tail there. So that's the cat's tail. But at the bottom here, it's going to have little, I think it's going to be robotic legs. Kind of like a robotic crab. And I think that is the outline done for my kitty. I'm going to clean off my brush, grab a different brush. Let's see. Oh, Ron is available. Let's use Ron. I'm going to go straight for the red paint. We're just going to fill in the cat. And would you look at that. It already looks kind of beautiful, don't you think? I like to thank God every day that I wake up feeling this way. Or something. It has been a challenge these last couple weeks. I don't want to get into the specifics too heavily, but this is the last painting. But we won't let that affect the painting itself. It's going to be a very cute kitty. And that's what this series is about. It's about spreading joy, painting cute kitties, making friends. And I hope that you, in my absence, continue on. And you challenge yourself. And I'm going to talk a little bit about painting now, but you could use these at any aspect of your life. You could paint in layers. And sometimes you only need to put down a few paint strokes, but the painting is going to still be there. You could say it's done. You could say it's done for now. But you could always come back at a later date and continue painting it. And there's no such thing. Bob Ross was right. There's no such thing as mistakes. Everything you do has a purpose. Whether it is a challenge for you to fix your mistake or to learn to incorporate it into the piece. I developed this style of painting cats, but it just became my identity. I'm gonna need to cut the show right now. We'll be back in a little bit. Sorry about that. I ran out of red paint. I didn't have enough to finish the composition. So I speedily went and filled up my tray. I always wondered why Bob Ross had so much paint on his palette. And I think it's just so he doesn't run out and have to interrupt the entire show. I don't think, it's all in real time. I wonder if they filmed the initial episodes live before they figured out how to use the cassette recorder. I think these crab legs, robot legs, are going to be a little bit red. But the kneecaps got to be something, a different color, I'm thinking. Maybe I'll make them silver? One of the things that really helped me as a painter was to learn not to be cheap with the paint. But that's something my owner has been fighting me over. He's been like, you gotta be cheap with the paint's expensive. But it gets so much harder when you're trying to be cheap with the paint. But I guess it never really bothered me because it was my owner's paint. Maybe that's why he's putting me down. Moving on. We're almost done the red paint. I'm very proud of this pace. Holy smokes, I just scooped up so much paint there. That's okay. I'll just push it around the canvas. We'll pretend like that was on purpose. I just wanted to use that much paint right there. The skill and the hostility I don't know what word I was really trying to say. Something about being fast. I'll have my editor put up what word. No, I'm just kidding. He won't do that. My editor is lazy. But damn. That is some beautiful paint being applied. This brush, Ron, has treated me well. I was really hoping this YouTube series would take off. It really sucks that it's getting cut premature. But as is life. Ask my girlfriend about being... Don't ask her that. Don't ask her that. Alrighty. I don't think there's much use for the red left until I start mixing black near the end of this installment. So I'm going to just put down what's left on the brush over some areas of paint that already have paint. Maybe I'll put some more. I notice there's some... Okay. So I got some red pigment on. I'm going to grab the white on my palette. And I'm going to mix some of the most beautiful, most luscious pink. And I'm going to get a little dab of blue and mix it in there. And maybe a little bit bigger one of the blue. And mix it in there and kind of make this off pink and put it right on the canvas on the nose. And then, yeah. And then go back for some of the more white laced pink. And there we go. I believe I'm going to try and save some of this paint so it doesn't get mixed up with my... I'm going to wash out Ron. And beat a little demon out of this little tiny paintbrush. Can you hear that? ASMR it? Whew. I think what next needs to happen, I'm going to mix a big old chunk of white in with the big old chunk of yellow. Make this beautiful. This is a lemon yellow I'm using. And just plop it right in the corner of this painting. It's just like, is that the sun or is that God himself? It's the sun. Does anybody listen to this little band? I heard about them on Spotify. They're known as the Beatles. They're pretty big, I guess. They're just kind of like... I hope I'll get to see them play sometime soon. I'm really digging some of their music. Alright, now I have this yellow. I'm going to mix in some blue with this yellow. Get a lot of yellow now. Oh yeah, and here we go. A lot of green paint. Just going to plop it down underneath this cat. I'm just going to go underneath its legs first because I have a feeling that's going to be the hardest area to paint for this green. And I don't want to mix in too much of the red paint around it. I'm doing my best. I do have a little bit of red mixed into the green, but that's okay. It makes it look a little dirty. Kind of, I don't know. It looks like a dirty green. I don't know if, does that make sense, or is that like artist talk? It does make a beautiful green, I do say that, but it's a little bit dulled down. It's not so vibrant. It's very realistic. Just mix in some more green. A little blue in there. Yeah. I'm gonna get a big chunk of white now. Plop it in there. Change it up a little bit. And now, the fun begins. How high do I want the grass to go? I think right there is fine. Maybe I should make it a little hill back here and fill it beneath this tail. Ooh, got some red mixed in there. Do my best to deal with it. Looks like I'm going to probably use the rest of this yellow. Oh, I should probably just go for it. There's a lot of grass to be painted in. I feel like going darker because that way it uses more blue paint. So, here's a little story about my mother. My mom was a very big fan of PBS. No kidding. She had every tote book that they ever offered for any telethon. My dad was pissed. He's working all this time, working so hard, bringing all this money in, and my mom is just buying stuff from PBS. My dad contests that my mom slept with Bob Ross, and Bob Ross is in fact my real father. This is just stories I heard growing up. I'd like to take a genealogy test, or I don't even know how to figure it out. But yeah, no kidding. My mom loved PBS. Alright, I'm out of yellow, and I have a lot of space to fill, so I'm mixing some white in with the blue. And we're just going to have to roll with that. I'm going to mix it in, kind of cross-fade it with some of the grass that was already there. And I'm trying to pick up some pigment of yellow that's left, mix some of the green on my palette. And I'm just going to go for it and paint the rest of this grass. Alright. Let's mix some more white in there. Big old white patch of grass. I try to leave as few patches of canvas out, but sometimes it's when you're speeding like this. I hope I don't get a speeding ticket for painting too fast. I am worried about the sky right now. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a bigger brush. This one doesn't have a name. And go for the turpentine and put some right there. It's kind of gray. I'm just mixing a lot of blue, and I'm going to mix in some white. A shit ton of white. And I'm going to go back for some turpentine. I'm running kind of low. Thin it out a little bit. I'm using French ultramarine, so I kind of feel like I get a dull gray. It doesn't help that I put some gray in from the paint. Alright, let's see if we could make this work. Just put in the bite marks of the cat first. Worst case scenario, we'll just have to take another break and cut the cameras. We don't have to worry about jamming no machines like my dad, or my supposed dad, had to do every time they filmed on PBS. My mom knew all the tips and tricks about paint. We just lost about 10 minutes of footage. Luckily, I went on a tangent That's what the guys in the black suits want. I am now going to continue this painting. This blue is so blue. It makes me happy. What color makes you the happiest at home? When you paint, I'm assuming everybody at home is painting along. You're not? I thought we were teaching something to our fans out there. I hope you take something away from these videos. There's enough for you to watch one every day now for a week. How beautiful is that? It's a fortnight! Fortnite! Alright. That eye is where another chunk is missing. Looks like I should mix up some more. I don't want to use up too much of my white. So I grab some white, grab some more blue. I'm going to dip my brush in the paint thinner and try to mix them together. Make the paint go... I'm thinning it out so it goes farther. I'm trying. I'm trying here, boss. Please, please. Put the vet away. Oh yeah. I'm awfully concerned about this painting. It's an oil painting, so it'll take forever to dry. But when it's dry, it might be valuable. Aren't oil paintings like way more valuable than acrylic paintings? Well, I'm very concerned that I don't have enough pigment to paint the rest part of the sky, so let's do something crazy. I'm gonna grab some paint from my paintbrush. It's like some gray paint. And I'm literally just gonna mix it in with this blue. And it's just gonna be this really dark, oh yeah. We keep mixing it in. Alright. I'm gonna grab some more. It's just like the sludge from the bottom of my cup. And I'm just mixing it in with this blue. And it's gonna be kind of paint thinned. Wait, fudge. I'm gonna try and save some of that blue for later. But, that's okay. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And yeah, the sky is just darker now on this side of the canvas. It's a very intentional, artistic choice. Trust me on this. So I'm just trying to get some blue everywhere. Maybe that's what, just kind of outline some things. There we go. This is reminding me of a Picasso piece, just because of the abrupt shift. And it's just like a line right in the sky. And all of a sudden, the sky is blacker. Maybe I should have mixed some red paint in with this and made it kind of really black. Alright. Now I feel like I'm running out of this color that I've created, and I have a lot of red left, so let's just mix a whole chunk of red in with this blue I have. Oh, it's kind of coming out. Kind of. Ooh, I don't know. Mix in some of the blue again. Now it's just like straight up black. Well, choices have been made on the palette. Let's transition it to the painting. Ooh. And even this I feel like I'm running low on. But I think we could make it work. Oh, I know. A little bit more paint thinner, maybe? I do like to have thick amounts of paint. But when you're painting on camera, and you've never painted a size of this all in one sitting before, there's bound to be learning errors. If only there was a way that I was able to use these in the future. Don't talk about the future! Talk about now. This is a beautiful cat. This cat is so beautiful. This cat is stunningly beautiful. Big chunk of blue up there in the sky I want to cover up. Alrighty. Cool. That. Clean off the brush a little bit. Let's go back for Ron. Go in the paint thinner. And I'm just going to fill up some patches here that kind of make it kind of cloudy, I guess. But I don't like to show that empty spots of canvas very much. So when I could fix it before the camera stops rolling, because I don't like to adjust the paintings after the camera stops rolling. What you see is what you get. I'm going to go back for some red, because I see some spots in the cat's body. And of course there's some blue mixed in there, so that's a big dark spot. I'm just going to have to live with it. Happy accidents, happy accidents. Yeah. Well, I think that was pretty good. I don't want to get too carried away. Alright. Now, sorry about moving the paint tray around. Let's make some red with that leftover blue. Making this dark brown, which is kind of nice. I think it's going to be the eye of this cat. And this eye is missing, because it was bitten off. I'm going to go back and make some more red in with this brown I have. Make this really dark red. And I'm going to go and fill in these kneecaps down here at the bottom of the painting. Very nice. I'm going to finish up with Ron. Oh no, wait, no, I'm just going to clean off Ron the brush. Clean him off on my towel. Beat a little demon out of it. Oh, it's my brother Squanchy! I'm so glad you come to say hi. Are you coming to say goodbye? I know the owner isn't putting you down. That's right, Squanchy. I love you too. Okay. Let's just, No! I know he's not gonna save me! Putting me down! How can you say it's gonna be okay? You don't know that. Preach it, brother. Preach it. Squanchy, go! He does make me feel better. He's trying. It just feels like there is no hope. Alright, I do have a little bit of white left. That's good. So there's some brown here, that red. I'm going to try and mix some that left blue into it and try to get this black-like tinge I'm dreaming of. But the blue might not be to begin with, and I'm kind of lost a lot of that pigment. But that is the black I've mixed for this episode. Just give the pupil to this cat. And then a smiley face. A smiley face for Crab Cat. And then the smile goes off the other side of his face. Oh. And then I guess he's got a whisker. 2 whiskers. And that's it. The other whiskers were bitten off. Oh, and he's got a little ear hole. Clean off Ron the brush. Go back, pick up some white pigment, and just give it a little doop, doop, and little eye shines. And while I still have you here, I'm going to do a few little touch-ups. I'm just going to go back for that dark color, and just go in the background and fill up some spaces that I see that kind of look like raw canvas. This looks like a different color altogether. That's okay, though. And there you go. That is a Crab Cat. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching, my blessed kittens. I wish you all happy painting, and God bless.